Welcome to Thor Thursdays. And Al Ewing, whew, man, he is finding some old characters for this one. I mean, old characters. Support the comic industry by visiting LCS. My name is Dorian. This is SCM Comics. We continue our coverage of Immortal Thor. With number 16. Our story starts off with the very first superhero in Marvel. Yes, we're seeing the introduction of Jen Hammond, the Human Torch. And then we see another oldie and a goodie. We see Dr. Chen Lu. Yes, Radioactive Man. And the guy that's picking him up is nervous as hell. So the Radioactive Man is handing the valet his bags, and the valet is like, is it safe? And this dude is like completely oblivious. Like, he's talking about how he's an ex-Thunderbolt and so on and so forth. Like, he's not really answering the question. And so the guy goes, okay, so you're glowing. Like, is this safe? And then finally, Radioactive Man goes, oh, this is just me emitting harmless light. Nothing to worry about. So when I stop glowing, that's when you're dead. So then again, nothing to worry about. So as they're walking away, Radioactive Man's like, it's supposed to be 4 of us. So I wonder who are the other 3. So then we get to Asgard and the Rainbow Bridge, where Thor is standing with Sif. And Thor is thinking about when he hulked out in Dying Cake's run and broke the Rainbow Bridge. And then Loki repaired it. But then he's thinking like, I wonder what that was going to cost me. But nevertheless, my sibling repaired what I broke. And how do I repay him? I banished him somewhere just to get him out my sight. So then he's like, as I become the Allfather, I've been failing a lot. My enemy puts a spell on me that makes me dumb around mortals and then frames me for murder. And how do I handle this? By actually thinking about going through and handling her request. So then Sif is like, and what request is that? And Thor's like, bring back her son, Eric. He was like, I wasn't there when he needed me. And Sif's like, you need to stop. Like, you're not that kind of guy. Like, none of us is that kind of guy. You can't be there for everybody. You can't be in all places at once. Like, okay, so you're going to bring him back. How about my brother? You're going to bring him back? How about everybody in Valhalla? You're going to bring them back too? Because they got mothers that miss them too. So the Thor thinks about it and is like, this is why I like talking to you, Sif. So then Thor flies off and it says like, how are you going to clear your name with the mortals? Thor hears her, but does not answer her. He knows what he has to do. So Thor shows up in New York and people are scared of him, which breaks his heart because the people that he loves to defend are now terrified of him. And what he expects to happen pretty quick as he hears somebody yell, freeze. So one cop's like, Thor, Odin's son, you're under arrest. But the other cops on the radio is like, we need heavy backup, like whatever you got in the financial district, Hulkbusters, and the kitchen sink. So Thor's like, I understand you want me to lower my weapon, but if I put down my hammer, nobody will ever pick it up again. So while I just take it to the police station, I'm here to cooperate. When all of a sudden somebody says, oh dear Thor, that sounds like you're resisting arrest. It's the Radioactive Man. Now, Radioactive Man debuted back in the 1960s in Journey into Mystery, which might as well been a Thor comic, so he's an original Thor villain. So Thor's like, Chen Lu, what business do you have here, doctor? And he goes, Thunderbolt business, of course. So then the cops are like, who's running the Thunderbolts? Is it Hawkeye still? And they were like, no, I don't think Hawkeye's running anymore. So Chen Lu busts out his Thunderbolts card, and the cop's like, yeah, dude, that expired a long time ago. So then the cop's like, why don't you power down and let us handle this? And Chen Lu's like, no problem, officer. Just give me a moment and I'll be more than happy to stop glowing. So as Thor heard that, he was like, nope, I know what that means. So he goes, picks up Radioactive Man by his neck and then throws him in the air. And he throws Mjolnir at him so that he can go farther away so that he doesn't kill all those people that were in the vicinity. So then we got the Dario Agger. He's watching all this happen, and I guess it's going according to his plan. So then Thor flies off after him, and if you're wondering how the hell Thor is flying without Mjolnir, he's the All-Father now. He's got a little bit more powers than what he used to. But since the cops didn't get the reference that Radioactive Man was saying, they think that Thor is a bad guy now. So then Thor calls back Mjolnir, and Radioactive Man lands exactly where Thor wanted him to land, in an abandoned building, so they could talk this out. So then Thor's like, still glowing, huh? Well, I'm gonna give you one chance since now we're not around anybody to surrender. The Radioactive Man gets up and then hits Thor with a blast. And Thor's like, what was it supposed to do? Like blind me? And Radioactive Man's like, that and also too, it helps with the translocation. And Thor's like, translocation, I heard that word before when I was on the Avengers. Oh yeah, that means teleportation. And so all of a sudden there's a blast and he gets punched in the face by Mr. Hyde. And the Cobra's there too, because Mr. Hyde and the Cobra, they're like thick as thieves. Now again, both of these characters debuted in the 1960s in Journey into Mystery. So again, these two are original Thor villains. So the Thor swings on him, and Mr. Hyde gets out the way, and it lands another really good punch on Thor. So then Thor's like, Hyde is stronger and faster than we last met. Like, I can still match his strength and speed, but normally he keeps me busy while the Cobra strikes. And right on cue, Cobra throws a poison grenade, hits Thor in the face, and Thor is like, this hurts, but it's not enough to bring me down. But it is enough to distract him to what comes next, which is the gray gargoyle who touches his shoulder and turns him into stone. Again, gray gargoyle, back in the 1960s, debuted in Journey into Mystery, original Thor villain. So the Radioactive Man's like, good job, everybody. We did what we needed to do. So the gray girl was like, no, something's wrong. Like, I could feel something fighting me. Like, typically, when I turn somebody to stone, it lasts for about an hour. I feel like if I let Thor go, he'll turn back in like minutes. So then Mr. Hyde's like, how's that our problem? And Grey Gargoyle's like, you don't understand. I think it's that belt. But if I let him go, he's going to turn back within minutes and not an hour. So then Mr. Hyde just reaches back and then he punches the hell out of Thor and he breaks it to pieces and he goes again. How is that our problem?